Hello locksmiths, today I'll be teaching you one of the essential things of locksmithing, lock picking. And in this video we'll be teaching you how to pick a level 3 grade master padlock. This is commonly used for locking your gatehouse and locking your school locker room. The tools that you'll need today are your pressure tool, your lockpick, any type of lubricant or degreaser. WD-40 would do fine. Now, to understand how a lockpick works, you must understand the mechanism of the lock itself. We have the inside key space. This is where the lockpick will be going in. Your key pins, which your lock will be moving up and down to regulate the pins. Once each pin is moved up, which we'll speak about later, the top pins will move up and move the springs, thus giving the opportunity to open the lock itself. I wanted to show you visually how would this work. If your key would work, you'd be able to put your pin in, turn the cylinder around, and then your lock would unlock itself. But what happens if you don't have your key? What you would be doing is you'll be leveling all your pins up and down. And once you have the right pin and do the right position, you lift your pins up for the spring and then act like the key itself. And once all the pins are aligned, you will be able to turn your mechanism and unlock the cylinder. So, are you ready now to learn how to unlock your padlock? Good then, let's go! Step 1. Lubricating your lock. Locksmiths do this so they try to take out as much rust and grime as possible to make the lock picking cycle easier. So, with your lubricant, just spray it gently in the cylinder. And with your lockpick, you are able to put it inside. Try to get as much liquid as you can as possible. And once you feel you've done enough, you are able to take out the residue with a little paper rag. And then you are ready for step 2. Now what you're going to be doing is to get your lock and your pressure tool. And you're going to find out where your key usually turns if you had a key. So if it goes from here to here, you'll be able to put pressure on this side because this is where your key is going to go in. Now you're going to be ready for step 3. Now you're probably wondering what this tool is used for. The pressure tool is used to regulate amount of pressure so the cylinder won't be moving while you're picking. Because if you don't put pressure, the pins will do nothing. They just go back into place. Putting too much pressure will not let you do anything with this lock. With the right amount of pressure, you're able to simulate and move the pins as if it's a key. That's where step 4 comes in. You're going to be putting your pick all the way in back of the lock, and then we're going into step 5, which is very important. Now once you place your lock pick in the first side of the lock and you have pressure, now you begin picking. The concept is you're going to go back and forth each of the pins and to make sure you have everything set into place. You see, you're working on each pin. You see how that one went down? And every time you feel, you just need to put a little bit of pressure back and on again so you can get everything of it ready. Now, every lock is different and every situation is never the same. That's why as a locksmith you require a lot of patience. But as soon as you're able to get all your pins set, you're able to freely move your pressure tool. And with a push of your thumb, congratulations, you successfully opened your padlock. Now there's another way of doing this too. It's called raking. Instead of going pin by pin, you gotta treat yourself as getting a rake and pulling out the leaves during the fall season. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth as a sliding motion. So, as I'll be doing this, you see, I'm able to do it more quicker because locksmiths do this when they have no other option of doing it, and it resets all the pins usually. And with the same motion, you just put your thumb turn in, and congratulations, you picked yet again your padlock. Remember, if you have any further questions or want to look at other locks you're able to break down, be sure to practice this module with your training guides throughout the week. Thank you for watching, novices, and remember, you are a key to good security.